Hello, welcome to Butlers Printed Models assembly video for the B24 Liberator. This is a 1:100 scale model, but all sizes are the same. These are the parts you should have: 2 halves of the aeroplane, 8 halves of the engines, and the 2 stabilizers for the back. As usual, you're also going to want a small file, probably a pair of pliers would be useful, and some glue, Humbrol polished cement being ideal. So first things, we'll put the engines to one side, and we need to remove the circles from the aeroplane. These should easily come off. Do the other side. Need a little more care on this one. Okay, once all those are removed, there will be a small amount of support under the machine guns, so now's the time to get rid of that as well. There's a little bit in there. Okay, and just before we carry on, last thing is it's worth running a file on the inside of this just to make sure it's going to have a nice flat bottom for the mounting post. Okay, so I think we're ready to start assembling now. So, we can start by gluing the 2 halves of the aeroplane together. And glue on both sides, give it a few seconds to go tacky. Obviously, make sure everything lines up. It's fine, and then we'll put that to one side, let that dry while we work on the engines. So, left and right sided engines are all the same. You've just got a difference between inboard and outboard. The inboard ones are slightly longer than the outboard ones, which obviously just need gluing together in pairs. There we go. So we need to let that dry before we carry on. Okay, so now we've given a chance for everything to dry. We can stick the engines and the stabilizers on. So, as I said before, the engines that are slightly longer are the inboard ones. Yes, before we do any gluing, it's worth running a file on the inside just to make sure the contact point is nice and flat for sticking on. I've already done these, so we can move straight on with gluing them on. And so glue on both sides, and we'll give that a few seconds to go tacky. Obviously not been left long enough, that one. Just check the top, make sure everything's square. It is, looks like there's a bit of excess to get rid of. Okay, so once we're happy with the engines, we can move on. It's probably worth leaving them to dry and then coming back to the stabilisers, but I'll try and move on straight away. So left and right stabilisers. So that's the left-hand side. That's the right-hand side. Majority of the stabiliser goes to the top, and it fits flush with the front of the rear wing. So again, we need time for the glue to go tacky. Probably good to make sure these are properly tacky so they stick on nicely. That's stuck to my finger because it's got glue on it. Okay, obviously all that needs to dry, but once it's dry, your aeroplane's complete.